All right, before we get into everything that we need to talk about as Knicks fans and as what the title says and all that stuff, I got to give a round of applause to Steph Curry. Shout out Steph Curry. Okay, congratulations. You know, you beat the record. It was nice. It was cool. I am a Steph Curry fan. I like Steph Curry. You know, happy for him, right? Here's what I don't like. I watched that Indiana game, Steph Curry. You could have beat it in Indiana, couldn't you, Steph? You could have done it in Indiana, but you knew the next day you was going to be on TNT against the Knicks in the Garden. And we know the whole story about how, you know, the Curry family wanted the New York Knicks. And that was what Dell had asked so nicely for the Warriors to not draft him, and they proceeded to do it anyways. And now, all these years later, you then break the record for the most three-pointers made in the Garden. And then on top of that, we delay the entire game for Steph Curry for this moment. Like, I get it. I understand it was a big moment, but to delay the entire game when the Knicks were playing pretty solid in that first quarter. We were playing good. We had the lead up until that final three. But after he makes the three, it sounds like we were in the Chase Center. All them bandwagon Warriors fans, where the hell y'all come from? Now, mind you, I'm not trying to take anything away from this moment. This is a monumental, historical moment. Enjoy the moment. But my Knicks fandom, like, I would have been like, hey, there it is. That's what's up. Congratulations, Steph Curry. But then I've been like, all right, so is Derrick Rose going to make this next three so we can get the lead back? Like, that's just how my mindset was. Like, you know, I'm watching it from home. I'm looking at it like, cool. All I'm saying is we didn't need to stop the whole game for that moment, man. At the very least, if Steve Kerr called a timeout and we had that moment, then this is a different conversation. There was no timeout called. There was no timeout called. Like my man JD said, I'm looking around for a flag. This is a delayed game. Jokes aside, congratulations, Steph Curry. It was a dope moment. Had to be in the Garden, I guess. But it is what it is, because after that good start that the Knicks had, we went right back to being doo-doo after a very miserable third quarter. And on top of that, the deuce was loose, and he did a lot with his minutes. And did we get back-to-back Kevin Knox? Let's talk about all of it, man. Run the intro. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. Go join the Discord where we can have the conversation continue. We talk about everything over on the Discord, and also make sure you subscribe to the CK TV channel where the live streams happen 3 times a week. We're streaming tonight. Go check it out. Stream tonight over on CK TV. Love to continue the conversation over there. And yes, my haha he-he's in the beginning of this video. Honestly, really happy for Steph Curry. I am a fan of Steph Curry. Was and still am hurt that moment did not happen with him in a Knicks uniform. We know the story behind it, but as his years go on, the jump shot is never going to go away. Shout out to Steph Curry. All respect there. Like I said, my only beef was just the fact that the whole game had to stop for Steph. Call a timeout. Then I would have understood it. Moving on. Yeah, last night was a tough one. It was a tough one. It was a very tough one in the fact where we knew, okay, you know, going into this game, there is an 85% chance that we were going to lose that game. Like, the Warriors are one of, if not the best team in the league right now. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Coming off of back-to-back, you know, with their whole flight situation, anything can happen. The team was giving us the game, especially in that first half, but we kept saying, no, we're good. We don't want it. You guys can have it. We had a great first quarter. Bench came in and they built the lead up even more, and then we put the starting unit. And then the third quarter happened where, for whatever reason, even though they were not having the greatest games in Alec Burks and Evan Fournier, especially Evan Fournier, they played the majority of the third quarter. And we gave the lead away and we never saw it come back, unfortunately. Poor Alec Burks, just him and his wife, congratulations to them, just had a brand new baby. And you know Burks is running on fumes, but he proceeded to play the most minutes in the game. A lot of questions, a lot of questions I have for this team. We can also talk about Kemba Walker. I mean, TNT wanted to talk about Kemba Walker the entire night. Every time we made a substitution for something else, they didn't want to talk about Kemba Walker. I had to listen to Reggie Miller, and I don't remember the name of the other dude, and forgive me because I don't care right now. I had to listen to them talk about how Kuminga's gonna be this. You know, they still don't have Wiseman back. They don't have Klay Thompson back. The Warriors are playing so well. But then when the Knicks play anybody young, nothing. crickets. Like, I understand, like, you might not know who they are, but all you guys want to talk about was Kemba Walker and how the Knicks are not playing well right now. That's my beef with TNT. Now we have another televised game against the Hawks coming up on Christmas. And if we keep playing the way we playing right now, I ain't looking forward to it. Point of the matter is that third quarter and the decision making coming from Tom Thibodeau yesterday was very questionable. And then there's a lot of sound bites and a lot of pieces that are coming that came out after that game that I really want to highlight in this video. And it starts off with none other than Mr. Tom Thibodeau. We're talking about the rotations. We're talking about, you know, him waiting until a moment where all these players are out because of COVID protocol or injuries or whatever the case may be. He waits for those moments to then give Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride, Kevin Knox, these guys minutes. And when they play, they're a part of the best lineups every time on the court. Last night especially, you look at everybody's plus and minus. Kevin Knox was at a 0, and you saw Deuce McBride at an 8, a +8. Everyone else was in the negative. What does that tell you? That tells you when they were on the court. Now, Knox played some more minutes with the starters, so that's why his plus minus ended at a neutral 0. But when Deuce was out there, he was giving you, like I mentioned, Kevin Knox, 9.7 rebounds, a steal. Like, these guys were doing what they could do with the minutes. And you know, unfortunately, that once these other guys come back, they're going to fall to the wayside of the rotation, which makes absolutely no sense to anybody, really. And this is a game where you can't really point much fingers at Julius Randle. Julius Randle, to me, I feel like in that third quarter, he's the reason why we didn't get blown out. Julius Randle played tremendously in the third quarter and in the fourth quarter looking very gassed. This is not a game that you can point at Julius Randle. I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, Julius Randle has been good for us all year. No, but in this game, he definitely was. But Tom Thibodeau couldn't put the right rotations next to him. Maybe, you know, Julius Randle, as we know, might have been holding the ball even if he had the right guys next to him. I don't know. I will say, what I do know is the energy that it has been coming from Julius Randle on and off the court has not been my favorite this year. We know that he's been doing a lot of chirping with the referees throughout the entire season. But then he said this in the post game, and I don't know about y'all, I'm just not buying what he was saying.
I think I'm just gonna try to play the right way, but just be aggressive. It's a struggle. We down a couple guys, not playing great basketball right now. So, you know, it's tough, but this is what we all signed up for. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're going to get it done, and we're going to figure it out, but we just got to take it a game at a time and just get our confidence and our juice going.
The slip-ups that he said there, they didn't seem very convincing, and I think that's my big issue with that interview from Julius Randle. It just seems like he's very dejected right now. I don't know if that's because of his game. I don't know if that's just because of us. I don't know what the case may be, but if he's supposed to be our number one, that's not the energy that you want coming from our number one guy. Like, he should be one of the guys that are juicing us up. I understand we're losing right now, so it's not really fun to lose and it's not really enjoyable to lose, but the energy coming from Julius Randle has just not been the greatest. I feel like there's a few players where the energy has been great. I'm looking at Mitchell Robinson, and his energy has not been the greatest to look at. And sometimes we saw Mayo quickly trying to give him some, you know, just some direction as a point guard, and Mitch didn't seem like he liked it too much in a lot of instances. Like I said, Julius Randle had 31 tonight, 7 boards, 2 steals. Like, Julius played solid. You know, he was a -9, but I feel like it was more because of who he was on the floor with more than anything else. And I think that's the main issue. Like, we really need a rotation shift on this team. We need to figure out a change of rotation. I understand that there's 73 million reasons why Evan Fournier has to play, but if we're talking about accountability, if we're talking about really actually wanting to win, does Fournier actually need to play? I asked you guys a genuine question. You guys know that I am the president of the Kevin Knox fan club, but I ask you a genuine question, and this is for anybody, Knox haters and Knox lovers and Evan Fournier haters and Evan Fournier lovers alike. I ask all of you this: what the hell does Evan Fournier bring you that Kevin Knox could not? Like, I'd much rather see, you know, spotty defense at the 3 with Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett together than Evan Fournier and RJ Barrett together. I mean, I've been on record. I'm telling you, I don't like RJ Barrett at the 3. Technically, on paper, he's been at the 2, but guarding the 3, I'd much rather seeing RJ at the 2 and Knox at the 3 than seeing Fournier at the 3. It's not like Fournier's out there, you know, a flamethrower giving us buckets on it. He had 2 points last night. 2 points. And I think that's the other thing that really irritated me the most about Evan Fournier last night was you saw the game that Quentin Grimes showed against the defending champs, the Milwaukee Bucks, the night before, 2 nights before, excuse me. Quentin Grimes went out for 27 points off of phenomenal shooting, record highs, rookie highs for the Knicks. Doing all of these things. And then a tweet comes out that he's going to be out due to health and safety protocol. And if you're Evan Fournier, you're thinking, this is my time to show you my worth. I don't have Grimes breathing down my neck, possibly taking my minutes right now because he's not playing tonight. There's no RJ Barrett. This is my time to shine. And you come up with 2 points in 29 minutes. That's the problem I have. That's one of the big issues I have. You guys know I did not hide it. I did not sugarcoat it. I was not a fan of this contract. They decided that they weren't going to go with a young point guard that can shoot and play defense, that could play the 2 in instances we need him to, but we're going to go and overpay this guy that we're hoping is going to be good, even though he showed us some telltale signs with the Boston Celtics last year, and we paid him $73 million for over 4 years. Or 3 years, whatever their contract is. I don't even care anymore. I'm not a fan, and I don't see the upside coming, because even if the shot does go in, what are we getting defensively for him? It feels like every possession there was somebody wide open from 3. Wide open from 3. We can't have multiple dudes that don't know how to help. After the performance, you just saw a guy that is trying to come for your spot and did not have the opportunity to defend himself. And that is what you do with that opportunity, Fournier. I've seen all I need to see, man. I take him out of the rotation. I don't understand. We want to talk about accountability and talking about Obi Toppin not doing enough and still putting his game together when he had the best game of his career in, again, another limited minute night. I'm talking about 2 nights ago when he had that phenomenal game against the Rockets where we lost. I don't understand it. I don't understand the thought process. I don't care if they're veterans or not. I don't care. The conversation that we've been having is that, you know, these rookies might have it eventually, but they still need more work. Throw that out the window. Throw that all the way out the window. Deuce McBride, in my opinion, had a great sample size in 20 minutes. 3 for 8, 4 boards. They were timely buckets, mid-range, 3-point jumper, a step back 3 at that. The assist, I feel like, would go up in a better sample size, but the defense was the bigger thing. He was pestering everybody that he was guarding, from Steph Curry to all the way up to like an Iguodala who was much bigger than him. Deuce McBride showed a nice sample size in those minutes. I'm just saying, we're getting more production from these younger guys, whether we win or we lose, but at least then you know that there is a future that is being built over here. I don't understand what we're going for when we're playing through our veterans and we're losing. What's the point of that? What's the point of that? We're not winning those games. Like, it's one thing for winning the games through the veterans and okay, cool, we're a playoff team now and we know we're gonna get out in the 1st or 2nd round, but we're not even doing that. We're playing through the veterans and losing when our young guys are out there playing well. But I have to hear reports about Chris Duarte and Desmond Bane and these other guys around the league because they're getting opportunities, but our guys are over here thanking COVID to get minutes. It's just not right, man. It's just not right. The rookies need to play, and I'm just a guy here in this little corner of a room speaking on the Knicks saying it. But how about one of his teammates, the guy that's supposedly the coach's favorite player and right-hand man in Derrick Rose? Are you gonna hear his opinion? Are you gonna hear what he has to say? Because he agrees with us.
Deuce is a good player, man. Good young player. His confidence is very high. Of course, his defense is top tier, and he just needs the time. And hopefully Thibs gives him the time. But we know how good he is, and we know how good the rookies are. So it's all about opportunity in this league.
The players are seeing it too, and maybe with Derrick Rose saying that publicly, because maybe he's never said that to Thibodeau himself, maybe him saying that publicly, that might be the change. Maybe that one comment might be the change that turns this thing around where these younger guys start playing a lot more. We're not going to know until we see these guys come back from the health and safety protocol. We're not going to know. But that's the real test. What happens when these guys come back? Will we see things change? Obviously, this was not a Kemba Walker thing. In a time like this where we could have used Kemba Walker minutes and you still didn't play him, now I have a lot of questions. But that's just my thought. This turned into a rant. I had points that I was going to go through and talk about, but I ended up ranting because it's a weird place that we're in, and I don't like it. I don't like the place we're in because I feel like we should not be this bad. We should not be this bad. But if we're going to continue playing the players that don't work together and that are not working for this team, then we're going to be this bad. I'm not going to go out the window by saying we need to trade everybody. Right now, the only person I'm ready to ship is Evan Fournier. I've been ready to ship him from the minute that from the minute we signed him. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you really believe that Tom Thibodeau will change things up when everybody's healthy and back on this roster, or do you think he's just going to stick to what he knows and stick to what he wants to do, and we're just going to keep shooting ourselves in the foot? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Do not forget to like this video, join the Discord, subscribe over to CKTV, tune in tonight for the live stream. We're playing a dope game. Go come over there, gaming channel. Like I said, Knicks and gaming, that's my life. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out of here. Let's get it. Frustrated Knicks fan over here, but to surprise of nobody, right? I just feel like we should be better. 12-16. We should not be 12-16. We should be a lot better. But we got to utilize the guys that we have on this roster. Point blank period. All right, I'm out of here. See you guys next one.
Cold pizza like Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for that new wave. I think I like it how it is.